My job interview at a technology firm. Chapter 1. The email. Lucas blinked at his computer screen. There it was, the email he had been waiting for. He had applied to about 100 jobs, and finally, one of them bit the hook. The subject line read, Interview Invitation. Tech Solutions Incorporated. His fingers trembled slightly as he clicked to open it. The message was simple. They wanted to meet him next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Lucas felt a mix of excitement and terror. Excitement because it was a tech firm, a good one. Terror because, well, interviews had never been his thing. He decided to prepare. He was going to be ready, and maybe even funny if that was possible in an interview. Chapter 2. The Preparation. Lucas decided he needed help. He turned to his best friend, Greg, who had a knack for making anything sound interesting. Okay, Lucas, Greg said with his usual air of wisdom. You've got to be confident. You walk in there, and you own the room. Lucas nodded, taking notes. Own the room. Got it. What else? Know your stuff. They're going to ask you about your skills, your experience, and why you want to work there. Skills, experience, reasons. Check. Also, don't forget the STAR method. What is the STAR method? Lucas asked. The STAR method is a structured approach used to answer behavioral interview questions in a clear and concise manner. STAR stands for situation, task, action, result, Greg said. I don't quite understand it. Can you please elaborate? Sure, here are more details. A situation. Describe the context within which you performed a task or faced a challenge at work. Be specific about the situation. Task. Explain the actual task you were responsible for in that situation. What was your role? Action. Describe the specific actions you took to address the situation or complete the task. Focus on what you did rather than what the team or others did. Result. Share the outcomes or results of your actions. What was the impact? If possible, quantify the results, e.g., increased sales by 20%. The STAR method helps you give a well-rounded and focused response, which is especially useful in job interviews when you're asked to provide examples of how you've handled certain situations in the past. Awesome! Thanks so much for that, Lucas replied. Also, practice answering common interview questions. Lucas made a list. 1. Tell me about yourself. Lucas planned to focus on his passion for technology and his recent projects. 2. Why do you want to work here? He would talk about his admiration for Tech Solutions' innovative approach and how he could contribute. 3. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Lucas decided to highlight his problem-solving skills and mention his tendency to overthink, but he was working on it. 4. Describe a challenge you faced at work and how you handled it. He would share a story about a tricky coding bug he fixed with perseverance and creativity. 5. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? He intended to express his desire to grow within the company and take on leadership roles. 6. Why should we hire you? Lucas would emphasize his technical skills, eagerness to learn, and how he could bring fresh ideas to the team. Chapter 3: The Suit. The night before the interview, Lucas stood in front of his closet. He needed the perfect outfit. Something that screamed, "I am a professional," while whispering, "I'm also fun." After trying on several options, he settled on a navy blue suit. It was slightly tight around the middle, but he figured it was good motivation to hit the gym if he got the job. He practiced his smile in the mirror. Not too wide. He didn't want to look like a clown, just enough to say, "I'm approachable and I've got all my teeth." Chapter 4: The Commute. Tuesday morning arrived, and Lucas was a bundle of nerves. He decided to take the subway, thinking it would be the fastest way to get to the interview. Unfortunately, the subway had other plans. There was a delay, a common occurrence, but always at the worst times. Lucas checked his watch every 2 minutes, tapping his foot anxiously. When he finally emerged from the underground, he had 10 minutes to spare. He sprinted the last few blocks, arriving slightly out of breath, but on time. Chapter 5: The Receptionist. Lucas approached the receptionist, a young woman with brightly colored hair and glasses perched on her nose. "Hi, I'm Lucas Bennett. I have an interview at 10, he said, trying to catch his breath. The receptionist smiled. "Welcome to Tech Solutions. Please have a seat, and I'll let them know you're here." Lucas sat down, taking a moment to calm his racing heart. He glanced around at the modern, sleek office space, hoping he'd soon be part of it. Chapter 6: The Interview. After a short wait, a man in a sharp suit approached Lucas. "Hi, Lucas. I'm Mark, the hiring manager. Nice to meet you." Lucas stood up, shaking Mark's hand with what he hoped was a firm grip. "Nice to meet you too, Mark." They walked into a glass-walled meeting room. Mark gestured for Lucas to take a seat. He was greeted by a panel of 3 interviewers. "So, Lucas, tell me about yourself." Lucas had prepared for this. "Well, I'm passionate about technology and innovation. I recently graduated with a degree in computer science, and I've been working on several personal projects that incorporate machine learning and AI. I have a passion for developing innovative solutions." Mark nodded, looking interested. "That's great. Can you give me an example of a project you're proud of?" Lucas relaxed slightly. "Sure. I developed a mobile app that uses AI to help users manage their schedules more efficiently. It was a challenge, but I learned a lot, and I'm excited about the possibilities." "Why do you want to work here?" one interviewer asked. "I admire Tech Solutions for its commitment to pioneering technology and innovation," Lucas replied. "I believe my skills in software development and my enthusiasm for new challenges make me a great fit for your team." The next question was, "Describe a challenging technical problem you faced and how you solved it." Lucas used the STAR method. "In my previous role, we faced a major bug in our application that caused frequent crashes. As part of the task force, I analyzed the logs and identified a memory leak. I worked with the team to patch the issue, leading to a 50% reduction in crash reports. The panel nodded approvingly. What programming languages are you proficient in? They asked. Primarily Python and JavaScript, Lucas answered confidently. I've used Python for data analysis projects and JavaScript for developing interactive web applications. How do you stay current with new technology trends? They inquired. I follow tech blogs, participate in online courses, and attend meetups regularly, Lucas said. I'm currently learning about AI and machine learning through a Coursera specialization. The final question was a classic. What are your strengths and weaknesses? My strength is my ability to solve complex problems under pressure, Lucas replied. As for my weakness, I'm working on improving my public speaking skills by joining a local Toastmasters club. As the interview wrapped up, they asked, "Why should we hire you?" Lucas concluded, "I bring a fresh perspective, proven technical skills, and a passion for innovation that aligns with tech innovators' goals. I am excited about the opportunity to contribute and grow with your team." The interviewers exchanged glances and smiled. Lucas left the room feeling hopeful, knowing that he had given it his best shot. Whatever the outcome, he had learned a lot about the art of storytelling in interviews, and he felt ready to tackle the next challenge, wherever it might be. Chapter 7: The Curveball. Everything was going smoothly until Mark threw a curveball. We like to ask some creative questions here. If you could be any piece of technology, what would you be and why? Lucas blinked. He hadn't prepared for this. He thought for a moment, then said, I'd be a smartphone. They're versatile, essential, and always connected to what's happening. Plus, they can fit in your pocket. And who wouldn't want to be portable? Mark laughed. Good answer. You'd be surprised at some of the things people say. Chapter 8. The Wrap-Up. As the interview wrapped up, the interviewers smiled. Lucas, we're impressed with what you've shared today. We'll be in touch soon. Lucas stood up, shaking everyone's hand again. Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you. He walked out of the office with a mixture of relief and optimism. He had done his best, and now it was out of his hands. Chapter 9. The Waiting Game. The next few days were agonizing. Lucas checked his email obsessively, waiting for news. He replayed the interview in his head, wondering if he had said the right things. Greg tried to keep his spirits up. You did great, man. They'd be crazy not to hire you. Lucas appreciated the support, but he still felt the tension of waiting. Chapter 10. The Call. Finally the call came. Lucas's phone buzzed, and he saw the number from Tech Solutions. He took a deep breath and answered. Hello. Hi Lucas, this is Mark from Tech Solutions. I'm calling to let you know that we'd like to offer you the position. Lucas's heart soared. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Mark chuckled. We're excited to have you on board. Welcome to the team. Lucas couldn't stop smiling as he ended the call. He had done it. He had faced his fears and succeeded. Chapter 11. The Celebration. That evening, Lucas met Greg at their favorite pub to celebrate. To new beginnings. Greg toasted, raising his glass. To new beginnings, Lucas echoed, feeling a sense of accomplishment and excitement for the future. He had learned that interviews didn't have to be terrifying. With a bit of preparation, humor, and honesty, he could conquer anything. Chapter 12. The First Day. On his first day at Tech Solutions, Lucas felt a mix of nerves and excitement. He walked into the office, greeted by familiar faces and warm welcomes. Mark showed him around, introducing him to the team. "This is Lucas, our new software developer." Lucas smiled, shaking hands with his new colleagues. He felt a sense of belonging and was eager to contribute his skills. As he settled into his desk, he realized that the interview was just the beginning of an exciting journey. He was ready to embrace every challenge and opportunity that came his way.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.